Hello my crafty friends, it's Tranae, and today we are about to make a double slider card using some awesome Lawn Fawn product. It features the Lawn Fawn double slider die set, the So Awesome stamp set, the Thanks a Bushel stamp set, and I'm using some Lawn Fawn landscape die cuts such as the tree die cut and the hillside borders. I'll also be using the Nitpicky fall papers, and y'all, they are amazing. And if you wish to win some, I have a giveaway going on my channel for the month of September and all the way up to the 15th of October, where you can win some Lawn Fawn papers, a stamp, a $25 Amazon gift card, and some Zig clean color brushes, which is what I'll be using today to color in my projects. So if you want to join that giveaway, then check out the video linked in the cards right up here. Alright, so let's get started with today's project. So first I'm going to stamp out my images using some VersaFine black ink. I love this ink, it's great when you are doing watercolors, and that is exactly what I will be using for this project. I'm using my Zig clean color real brushes to color in all of my images. Now I am just doing some simple Zig coloring. Usually when I do my Zigs, I like to go in, put down like my darker color, and then figure out like what's going to be the lighter color to like blend and move that darker color around. And that's pretty much it. I keep it simple when I am doing my cards. But one little extra thing I will do whenever I'm coloring critters, which is almost always, is I like to take whatever the darker color was and go in and like add like a little bit of texture. Like in this case it would be like feathers, but it works in like any kind of critter. It makes it look like fur if it's a dog or cat or something like that. So I always do that. So I am just using the same technique that I used earlier for the apple, and I am going to color the leaves and the feet in. And I use two colors because at first I used yellow. I had no idea what color owl feet were, so I just went with it. All right, so moving on is to die cut. To die or not to die? That is the question, I suppose. That's so weird. But anyway, so I came up with all of my like backgrounds from die cutting papers, and my papers came from like the Lawn Fawn Fall Nitpicky paper pad or the Perfectly Plaid, which was last year's paper. And all I do is I go in and I create like my hillsides and all that stuff, and then I take that paper that's for the front of my image and I make my sky. And this card set makes everything really easy, so you know, it's not really that much hard work. So now you see me combining my hills and my trees. So the cool thing about Lawn Fawn is that they made these stitched trees match the hillside borders, so you can use them together. And all I do is, since I wanted those brown papers to be used for trees, I just put it behind some green hills so that I still have the green with the brown and it looked good. Yeah. You guys, I'm going to let you in on a quick tip on what I like to do whenever I am using pieces that is like a whole little puzzle type thing. I like to keep all the pieces that I'm using in something like this. That way stuff doesn't get lost, because we all know you'll have those moments where you have everything cut out. You know you cut everything out and then things just go missing. So one thing I do to kind of stop that is I put all of my little pieces inside of a container so that they will be right where I want them to be. And then I clean off my desk to get all of like the little scrap pieces that I'm not using. I can get those off, and then I have a clean workspace to work from, because when I am working in a messy space, I don't work my best. So throughout my projects, I take time to stop and kind of organize things back as they should be, like get all my dies back on their proper magnets, cards, and then I stick them in wherever they go. I have a little, well actually I have 2 of the magnet card holders that I use, so I keep them there so that my workspace stays clean. So that's a quick tip in this video. All right, let's put together our card. So because Lawn Fawn does a excellent job at creating videos on how to use their products, particularly this double slider, I'm gonna link their video so that we can save a little bit of time, and I'm gonna focus on my video more so how I decorated my double slider card, because if it's already out there, y'all know how I am. No need to be reinventing the same old wheel. Unless it's a reveal wheel card. Ha, puns. But anyway, yeah, so I just, you know, sped it up so you guys can see that I did create a card, but you know, you didn't have to see all that. All right, so now to my fun part, decorating. So I took those little plaid pieces and I put them behind the trees so that I have like some fall color on the leaves, and I just lay them up against that blue background paper, and I, you know, tape it down, and I use it kind of high because y'all, I do not believe in wasting paper. So if I know something is going to cover another sheet of paper, I never ever go all the way down on it. I just let that other sheet of paper cover it up. And since this is going to be one of those things where I'm using foam tape to pop up that second heel, it was no need for me to waste my paper. Y'all feel me? All right. So all I do is trim the overhang so that it's down to size. And then, like I mentioned, I take my foam tape and I cut it out and I glue down that top heel so that it has some dimension. And y'all, here's another tip that I like to do. If you take the paper off the front and the back side of the foam tape, it makes it very pliable. So you can go in circles and you don't have to, you know, like cut off as much. And as you can see, I was able to make that little dome shape like super easy. So that is another quick tip. I am full of now I can't get it out. I'm full of quick tips in this video. Can I get a hey in the comment section if you like these quick tips? And I want y'all to really go to the comment and type out hey. Ouch. Hit my hand. But yeah, I'm being silly. So I secured that piece to my base, and as you can see, I used 2 different color green papers to give it a little bit more dimension, because I thought that would be really, really cute. And then I just cut off the overhang because I did have those edges on there that I didn't need. And I am just getting some tape, score tape. Hey, we can play a drinking game. Watch all my videos and see how many times I say score tape, because I use score tape all the time. So yeah, instead of drinking, every time I say score tape, give somebody a compliment or a hug. Text somebody a compliment. Make it fun. Make it caring. But anyway, I secured that piece to the top, and that is our background. Y'all, I love these colors. I don't know if I said it before on my channel. I probably done said it a million times, but I love fall. So I'd be so happy when fall. I am a fall kind of girl. I even have a fall type of shape. Like, I don't have a summer shape where I can be like in them short showing everything. I got a fall shape where layers look good. You know what I'm saying? Boots look good. But okay, I'm being silly. But y'all, I am just creating a card base, and I'm using some blue cardstock. This is from Michael's. It is that 110 cardstock Recollections paper that they sell. I think it's Recollections. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But it's the only 110 cardstock paper I've ever seen there. So you guys will see it. And it's really good. Like, I actually really like it. I purchased it in a bunch of different colors, and it works out really good. So for my double slider, I am creating a tab so you can pull it in and out. And I reinforced mine using some of that 110 pound paper that I cut out the actual image in. And the reason I did that is because, you know, if you're going to be doing a lot of pulling on these cards, they need to really, really stick. And you know, decorative paper is just not as, it's just not as heavy. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just not as heavy. So I used both of the little tabs in there. And that, of course, that was my phone. People don't text me until I'm recording or doing voiceovers or something. But anyway, so as you can see, that made it where my double slider pulls out very easily. I was in between, like, should I add twine or no? But I ended up not doing it just because I felt like if I would have added twine to it, somebody would have pulled it so hard that it would have, like, split the paper. But you can't add twine. All you need to do is, like, use some, what do you call those things? Like a brad. I think they call brads or something like, no, an eyelet. They're not brads. Use an eyelet, and that would allow you to, you know, use some twine for your pool. But anyway, I am securing that to my card. And here's another quick tip. If you add liquid glue on top of your dry glue, it will give you a little bit of slide. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot. Just a little bit so you can get everything in place before, you know, it really sticks down. So whenever I'm doing something that's kind of heavy, like, you know, like my panel that has all these different layers of papers and everything on it, I double it up. I use score tape, and I use like a wet glue so that I don't have to worry about it coming off. All right, so my idea was to, like, they're in a park or on a picnic or something, so I wanted the banner to kind of look like a picnic blanket that they were, you know, standing on, or it can be the yellow brick road. I don't know, now that I'm looking at it. But I heat embossed the word thanks on there because this card is going to say thanks. And then when you open it up, it's going to say for being my teacher. And I really love the way the gold just brought everything. I don't know, the gold paper just did something for me, this yellow paper. I loved it. So I added on there, and I put my little owls on there, and I put some foam tape on the top part of them and on the apple, but then I glue, like, their feet down because I want them to have dimension. And you guys, I used the Scott foam mounting tape, and I get mine from Office Depot. I was about to say Home Depot. I get mine from Office Depot, and it comes on like this gigantic roll, and y'all, like, it lasts a very long time. I would say it'll at least, like, with me, I bought my roll a couple of months ago, and I did 21 shaker cards with that roll, and I'll link the video to where I made those 21 cards right up there. I made 21 shaker cards, and I still have like over half of the foam tape, and I've been using it on other projects, so it's really worth the investment. Now, I ain't gonna lie, it's high. It's like 40 something, $50. So it's up there. It's a whole the way up there, but it is, you know, it's really good tape. I would strongly recommend it. And if you're crafting and sharing your projects on YouTube, you know, turn those AdSense on and let this thing pay for itself. I am so happy that I'm to the point where my crafting is self-sufficient when it comes to, you know, paying the funds. Now I got to get it to where it pays me so I don't have to work. But it is fun to be able to do your hobby and have it pay for itself, because it does open up a lot of different things that you can do. All right, so back to our card. So I am going to do some embossing, and because this rose gold does have a little bit of fallout, I do use that static powder bag thing, and baby powder will work just as good, I've been told. Never tried it because I bought this bag a couple of years ago and I still have it. But I am going to heat set that Lawn Fawn rose gold, And you guys, I love it. I love the way it looks on this blue cardstock. And because I was being kind of clumsy, I did get a little bit of that Versamark on that top part. But as you can see, I'm just going to cover it up with an apple. Like, throw an apple on it. And it's solved. And all I have to do is, that's it. Add my my gift card in my picture. So I am using a picture of Kenzie when she was 1. I believe Kenzie was 1 in this picture. She's 2 now. And this was one of those pictures where she did not want to get her hair combed. She let us wash it, and she was like, I'm done. And then for some reason at the restaurant, she went with the black power fist. But I thought it would be cute to use this as a way to share pictures of your children and give a gift card to someone or to a teacher. I know when I was a teacher, parents would always give me like pictures of their children because I taught younger kids for a while, and parents would give me a picture of their kids. And I really, I kept my pictures. Y'all know I'm not throwing away pictures because you learn so much from children, and I just wanted to hold on to them because they my babies. So I thought this was a really cool way that you can share a picture and a gift card of your child to a teacher. And this will also make a great, you can use it in like a scrapbook layout if you want to do like a hidden message or some type of secret journaling or something, or just make your scrapbook layout interactive. It'll be just good. So be on the lookout for that project because I am going to do that. All right, y'all. So that is it from me today. If you like this video, like it, share it with your crafty friends. Let's say that again. Like it, share it with your crafty friends. Don't go nowhere without liking this video. Don't do it. Don't do me like that. But you guys, thanks so much for watching. I look forward to making another project and sharing it with you because we crafty friends. All right, enough killing time with me. I will see you in the next one.